He said, I'm Jesus. So I just froze there, for a while. And then I just went running to this place where this girl was. By that time, a witch doctor had come who was trying to control this girl with his magic spells. And this girl broke the chains, attacked this witch doctor, sat on his chest. It took about 20 men to pull her off. She was like so strong, and so this witch doctor got up and he made a list of sacrifices that had to be made to different gods and goddesses. And I said, sir, if you can help her, why you're beating around the bush? He said, oh, you don't know the powers of our gods and goddesses. One of the goddesses in her, and unless the sacrifices are made, she'll not be delivered. And I was like, really? You just help her. And as I was speaking to him, the power of God fell upon me, and I started speaking in unknown tongues. Like, I didn't know, some words were just rushing out of my mouth. And I was like, what is this happening to me? But all of a sudden, this girl got delivered. She stood up and she came running towards me. I thought she's coming to attack me. But she came in, she grabbed my hand, and as she touched me, God started revealing her past to me, what had happened to her. So the word of knowledge started flowing. So I was like telling this to the crowd. So out from the crowd, her mother and aunt came running, saying, oh, you are God, no one could know this except God. I said, no, I'm not God. And what little bit I remembered from the Sunday school stories and sermons that I might have heard, I started telling it to the people standing over there about Jesus. So her mother said, this thing is going to come back again. I said, no, it's never going to come back. Jesus has delivered her. But if you have any other problems, you can come to my mother, who's a prayerful woman, and she'll pray, because I'm leaving next morning. So this family came with me to my mother's place, and when my mother heard what had happened, she started dancing with joy. God has chosen you, God has chosen you. I said, I don't know about that, but I was excited too. Anyways, we fixed a supper and we all had food. This family left, and we slept early because we had to catch the bus in the morning. But about 5 o'clock in the morning, people started knocking my doors. I peeped outside the window. There were about 70, 80 people standing over there with torches in the house. Now, I'm talking about real torches, not flashlights, flames coming out and all. So I got terrified. I thought something wrong went with this girl and they have all come to kill me, So I asked my mother, what do I do? She said, just ask them what they want. So I asked them, what do you want? I said, does Jesus live here? I said, yeah, sure, but what do you want? He said, we brought all the sick people and the possessed people from the village and hospital. So we want you to do something. So I put the room and they all came in. And so I'm waiting for my mother to do something, that she will pray. She said, you pray. I said, I've never prayed in my life. How? She said, you prayed yesterday. I said, I did not pray. Some words came out of my. Now I'm trying to think what those words are. Now nothing is coming back. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do now? My mother said, you pray and God is going to do anything for the glory of His name. I said, if it didn't work, they'll think I'm a fake. If it didn't work this time. She said, no, God will do anything for the glory of His name. You just pray, have faith in Him and pray. So saying this, she went into the room and I was left with all these people. Some were manifesting, some were crying in pain. So there was this woman who was like, she was in bad shape. Her stomach was hurting and she was crying loudly. So I called her. I said, what's wrong with you? And they said, we brought her from the hospital and they say that she had a big ulcer and it has bursted, and now she's in great pain. So can you do something? I said, all right. So I asked her to close her eyes. She closed her eyes. I did not, because I thought only Christians close their eyes. I was not a Christian. So anyways, she closed her eyes and I just said, Jesus, can you please heal her stomach pain? And all of a sudden she stopped crying, and now she's pressing her stomach and trying to find out what's if there is any pain there. There was no pain. She said, I'm healed. I got excited. Next person came, I prayed for him, God healed that person instantly. So everyone who came over there got healed or delivered instantly. They were going and telling the story to other people, and other people were coming in. So this became like a trail. One trail was leaving, another trail was coming in. So I ended up praying till 10:30 at night. Without knowing anything, I was thrown into ministry. And we didn't know any because I told you I was not a Christian, so we didn't know what to do. So people used to call me to pray in their homes, and we started going over there, praying, casting out demons, healing people. and we started going from house to house, house to house, house to house, and that's how we started meeting and in the homes. And before we knew anything about house church movement in China or India, we were doing house churches in 1994, since 1994. And